Hello, Math 3 students. This is your classwork 1.5.2, and it's Tuesday, September 15th. And you are going to do all these problems. It looks like a lot of problems, but if you were with me during the live lesson today, you learned that there's a really easy way to work these problems without having to work everything out the old-fashioned way. I showed you how to do that, but it's not really necessary to do that if you have Desmos and you have Desmos on your exam. So I like to teach you to use Desmos whenever you can. I would like to look at the first one because I don't want to solve this one with Desmos. The reason is there is no exponent that I could put on 6 that would equal 0. I was thinking this was a 1 when I first looked at it. So I circled I'm going to erase the circles there. Okay, so this one, if I go over and I graph it, and I'll go ahead and show you. So what you do on Desmos is you take one side of the equation, the 6 to the x power, and you put it on one line. And then you take the other side of the equation, which is the 0, and you put it on the other line. Let me show you what I'm talking about. So here's Desmos. So what you would do is go over to Desmos and type in f of x on 2 different lines. F of x equals. Go ahead and put the equals. Okay. And then the red part of this, the 6 to the x power, is going to go on one line. So I'm going to enter 6, and then the x exponent, I need to hit Shift 6 and then put the x in. Okay, so that's what that looks like as a graph. And the other line, I'm going to put a 0. So these two graphs are both graphed on Desmos at the same time. If they have an intersection, if they intersect somewhere, that is the solution. Well, the problem is, no matter how far left I go with this, there is no place where these two things intersect or touch. And I'm going to have to really zoom in here to show you. See if I can I don't even know if I can get it zoomed in enough. That red and blue line are running together. The 0 is actually the asymptote. And this is going to be a big waste of time, I think, because I can't come in close enough to even see. So my Desmos ended up freezing up. So anyway, if you get one like that where you can see for sure that they do not intersect anywhere, the answer is undefined. So our answer for the first one is actually undefined. I'm kind of upset about that because I would rather be able to do one that would work out. So you can say undefined. You could also say no solution. That would be fine too. All right, let's go ahead and look at number 2. I'll make this, I wonder if I can make this a little bit bigger. Oh yeah, that works. Okay. So on Desmos, move this over. So what we do is one line is going to have, this is number 2, so I don't want to confuse that. One line is going to have this, and then the other line is going to have this. So this is how you're going to enter this. On the first line, enter 1 divided by 3, and that will make that a fraction. And then hit the tab key. And then when you type in the letter E, it will give you that E number. You don't have to worry about what it is. It's just, it will calculate that. Then hit Shift 6. Do parentheses, because if you don't, it won't put the whole 2x in there. And then hit tab again. You'll get used to this, I promise. -7. Okay, so there's that graph. And then on the next line, just put in a 20. And so that's the purple one. I'm going to change the color of this one. That's the purple one. All right, let's back out of this. Okay, so like I said, no matter how far you back out of it, you'll be able to see if there's an intersection or not. Okay, and so there's the intersection, and what we're looking for is the x value. And so we're just going to write x equals 2.197. That's it. That's all we do on this. So we can do every one of these on Desmos, and we don't have to worry about trying to solve them the old school way. Okay, so let's do the next one. This one's pretty long. Let me see if I can. Okay, I can move it at least for that part. Okay, so get rid of what's on the first line. Just backspace out of it. All right, let's hit -9. And then I'm going to put this in parentheses so it's times 20, Shift 6, parentheses, -3p minus 4, and then parentheses, and that'll put all of that in that exponent. and then tab, and then another parentheses, plus 8. Okay, so that's, oh, I'm sorry. Do not put a P in there, put an X in there. You always have to put an X because it won't graph it unless you do. If you put another letter in there, it won't graph it. Okay, and then what was on the other side? Negative 25. So this one's going to be a negative 25. Okay, so I see the intersection right here. That's all I need is right there. Negative 1.478. You can say P equals or you can say X equals. It doesn't matter. Negative 1.478. Okay, I'm going to skip a couple because I want you to do a few of them. Let's see, that was 1, 2, 3. All right, let's talk about how to put in a log equation. So here's a log equation right here. So let me get Desmos up here. I need to get out of this part. I just leave in the f of x equals on the 2 lines. So on one side, I need to enter this right here, and I'll show you how to enter that log. And then on the other side, I'm going to enter negative 2. So the right side's easy, negative 2. The left side, what you need to do is go down to the keyboard, go to Functions, Miscellaneous. And if it's log base 10, you can just hit this log right here. If it's log base something else, and you see it's log base 7. So I need to hit this one where it's got the A under there, or the subscript. Okay, and then put a 7 right there. And then in the parentheses, don't put an A, always put an X. So no matter what their variable is, use an X. Parentheses, minus 2. Okay, let's see what it looks like. There's my intersection right there. The answer is 1. So A equals 1. You only want the X value. You don't, the Y value doesn't matter, just the X value. Okay, let's do one that's maybe a little bit, let's look for another, oh, here's a good one, number 8. This is a natural log, but it's on Desmos too, so it's actually pretty easy. So let's back out of these. Okay, so both of these are natural logs. So let's go back to Functions, Miscellaneous, we're there. Here's the natural log right here, so just hit ln. Whoops, let me do it up here too. ln, parentheses, 2x. Now hit Shift 6 and the 2, and then tab to bring it back down. Minus 28, parentheses. See how this is weird looking, but it's okay. And the other side is ln, in parentheses, x, hit Shift 6, squared, hit tab, minus 3. Okay, so this one has 2, it looks like it has 2 solutions. Let me look on my key and make sure. Yep, it does. It has 2 solutions. We are looking for where these things intersect, okay? So not any of these points down here, but right here it intersects at negative 5, and it also intersects at positive 5, okay? So we could say x equals negative 5, x equals positive 5. You can say and or, I don't really care about that. You can say negative 5, 5, whatever. Don't make it an ordered pair. They don't put parentheses around it because that wouldn't be correct. Okay, what else do we have? I'll let y'all do that one. Let's look at number 9. Okay, so these are both logs on both sides. These are long. Okay. All right, let's get, I didn't mean to do that. Just do f of x, oops. X equals, okay, top line. It's a log, so I need to go back to Functions. It's log base 5, so 5 goes there in the subscript. 5, I must have hit the number log. There we go, 5. And then in the parentheses, x, Shift 6, 2, tab, plus 3x, and then close your parentheses. This is going to be another one like the one we just did a while ago, or similar. Okay, and then this one's also log base 5, functions, miscellaneous, log base 5, in parentheses, negative 5x minus 15. All right, let's see if these, oops, let me close my parentheses. Let's see, I'm going to make this bigger. I need to see if these actually intersect. Looks like they do in just, let's see, right there. And then do they intersect down here? I don't think they do. I think that's an asymptote. Okay. So it looks like just one place on these. Let me check my key and make sure. Yep. Just at negative 5. Okay. So this was number 9, and so we would say x equals negative 5. All right, let me look and see what else we've got. Maybe we'll do 1 or 2 more. Okay, now this one just says solve by the appropriate method, but we're just going to solve using Desmos. So we have a few more. This one's pretty good, this number 13, because it's got this fraction in it. So let's try that one. So I really think that the trick to a lot of these is putting it into Desmos the right way, getting everything in the right place. So let me just tell you, on this one right here, this part, you definitely want to put the 3x plus 4 in parentheses, because if you don't, it will put the 3 as an exponent, and then it'll bring everything else back down. And I think everything else, same thing here, you want to put that in parentheses. So you'll hit Shift 6 and then put it in parentheses. Let's go do that now. So the left side, I have 11, Shift 6, parentheses, 3x plus 4, and then close your parentheses. And then hit Tab to come back down. And then what you can do is you can do more parentheses, because I don't know if there's like a times button. There might be. But do your parentheses to show multiplication, and then 1 divided by 121. Then hit Tab to get those parentheses back where they need to be. Okay, so that should be right for that one. And then on this line, 121, Shift 6, parentheses, x minus 4. So honestly, for this one, for this type of problem, I would say that the biggest thing that you need to get used to is entering this stuff into Desmos. That's like the hardest part. Let's see if there is, I believe there is, let me see. There is an intersection, and you see the point does come up when I click right there. And so it's, sorry, that's my oven timer. So it looks like it's negative 10.169. On my key, it just says negative 10, but I think this is accurate. So let's see, x equals negative 10.169 is what I would enter there. So the main thing, again, is just getting used to typing the stuff in Desmos and understanding that one line is the left side of the equals and the other line is the right side of the equals, and then see where they intersect each other. So I've left you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 problems to do. And I want to see, I'm going to look and just really quickly and see if I see any others that are undefined. I don't think so. All the other ones look like they do have an answer. I will tell you number 14 is going to be way up on the graph. So you're going to have to zoom out of Desmos to be able to find where they intersect, because it's not going to be like near the origin. So yeah. Anyway, hope this helps, and let me know if you have any questions.